Good afternoon everyone. Today we will discuss about corpus callosum. Corpus callosum is the largest commissure fiber of the brain. Corpus callosum connects the two cerebral hemispheres of brain. If you see, this is a medial longitudinal fissure, and in the floor of this medial longitudinal fissure, if you see, this is corpus callosum. These are the fiber of corpus callosum. We can separate the two cerebral hemisphere only by cutting the corpus callosum. Okay, now we will see the sagittal section. These are the two sagittal sections. We separate these two sections, and this is corpus callosum. So, in sagittal section, the shape of corpus callosum is C shape. This is the interior end of corpus callosum, which is located 4 centimeter behind the frontal pole. This is frontal pole. Its interior end is quite near the frontal pole, and this is the posterior end of corpus callosum. It is 6 centimeter in front of the occipital pole. The corpus callosum form a massive arched interhemispheric bridge in the floor of medial longitudinal cerebral fissure. It forms the roof of lateral ventricle. This is lateral ventricle. It forms the roof of lateral ventricle and floor of medial longitudinal fissure. Now, parts of corpus callosum. Corpus callosum is divided into 4 parts from before to backward. First part is rostrum, genu, body or trunk, and the splenium. Rostrum is the part which extends from the genu downward and backward as a thin prolongation to join the lamina terminalis. The rostrum forms the floor of the anterior horn of lateral ventricle. This is genu. Genu is a thick curved anterior extremity of corpus callosum which lies 4 centimeter behind the frontal pole. Genu forms the anterior boundary of the anterior horn of the lateral ventricle. The fibers of genu sweep forward on the either side of the anterior part of frontal lobe, forming a fork-like structure which is known as forceps minor. The fiber here. The fiber from this side of frontal pole, they passes through genu and then on the other side. So it forms forceps minor. The trunk is the main middle part of corpus callosum between its thick interior genu and the posterior splenium part. Its fiber connect most of the frontal and the anterior part of the parietal lobe of two cerebral hemispheres. This central part of corpus callosum forms the roof of the central part of lateral ventricle. Splenium. Splenium is a massive posterior extremity of corpus callosum. It lies 6 centimeter in front of the occipital pole. It overhangs the thalamic, pulvinar, pineal gland, and the tectum of midbrain. The fibers of splenium connects the posterior part of parietal lobe, temporal lobe and the occipital lobe of two hemispheres. The fibers connecting the occipital lobe sweeps backward on the either side, just like in the front side, and they form again a fork-like structure which is known as forceps major. We have did a horizontal section of brain. To show you some of the important features, see, these are forceps minor. This is the genu part of corpus callosum, and this part of frontal lobe is connected with this part of frontal lobe of other hemisphere, and the fiber from this part is going in genu, and they are going like this. They are forming an arc-like structure which is known as forceps minor. Similarly, on the posterior side, from the splenium part, the occipital lobe are connected with each other of both hemisphere, and this arc is known as forceps major. This is a cavity of lateral ventricle. You can see this is the interior horn of lateral ventricle, this is the central part of lateral ventricle, and this is posterior horn of lateral ventricle. Now we will discuss the relation of corpus callosum. On the superior aspect of corpus callosum, the superior aspect of corpus callosum is covered by this gyrus, which is known as cingulate gyrus. The cingulate gyrus of cerebrum is separated by a sulci which is known as callosal sulcus. This is callosal sulcus and this is cingulate gyrus. The corpus callosum is attached with fornix with the help of a thin partition which is known as septum pellucidum. The septum pellucidum, it is visible in the other part. When we separate these two hemispheres, the septum pellucidum will remain attached only in this part. This is septum pellucidum. It's a thin partition. It's a midline structure. And this is fornix. The concave inferior aspect of corpus callosum is attached with the convex superior aspect of fornix by septum pellucidum. So this is all about the relation of corpus callosum. Thank you.